Well, hello. I'm back today with another Boruto opinion episode. I'd like to talk about Uryu Ishida today, since right now, as I'm recording this, a few days passed since the release of the first episode of the 1,000-Year Blood Wars arc. I forget the name, it's been years. So I'm looking forward to watching the anime to see what's different. I'll do I might do a review about that another day if I feel like it. And I want to talk about the mysteries of Uryu Ishida that they never bothered to go in detail in the manga, because it was revealed he survived Urabachi's what is it called again? The Oswalen, or like, it's the process where Durabach absorbed all the powers from the impures, and I believe the translation in English is for like select or holy selection, depends Japanese and German translation. It says on Wikia, and he survived when his mother Kaine and Masaki Kurosaki both lost their powers and eventually died, or lost their powers. He survived. Uryu survived the process, and Jurabot said that he has a power beyond him, and so chose him as his successor. But the whole process and mystery of Quincy's are mysterious, because in the storyline, Quincy's refer to their abilities in the language of German. That's how Taikubo made them. But if you try to, Quincy's more like a spiritualist who have power to purify hollows. So it seems more like he has the ability to purify hollows, but Jurabach's powers more so destroy them. But it begs a question, because in the 1,000-Year Blood arc, when Old Man Yamamoto, the commander captain, lost against Jurabach after his Bankai was taken, his soul was basically destroyed, because everything in the soul society is spirits. The body is created of spiritual matter, not physical matter. And so if they destroyed his soul completely, if Jurabach destroyed Old Man Yamamoto's soul completely, then basically there's no, and then he just is gone. But in the Hellmouth arc series, I believe, or the one shot of the Hell storyline, where they had the funeral for the two captains, Ukatake and Unohana, and Old Man Yamamoto, the Hollow, Saizo Boho, I think, who came back from hell after he was revived as some sort of hell creature. So now he's revealed that the captains that die, in fact, get sent down to hell. So if they go down to hell, that means Jurabach and all the Quincy's that he is basically like an infection. And so it's his own corrupted Quincy abilities, because I believe in the manga it's mentioned that he was not the first Quincy. He created an empire. Quincy be giving people power in his blood, So in a way, like a vampire, he corrupted their ability. So instead of purifying souls, purifying hollow souls, send them a soul society or hell, they basically sent every soul to hell, basically, and that's how Captain Yamamoto got there. Through a botch basically destroying him, but instead of being born in a soul society on Earth, he got direct, instead of technically, since old man Yamamoto's soul, instead of being reincarnated on Earth, he got sent down to hell instead, where he's now known as the founder of the Gato, along with old man Yachiro Nahana, the Death Blade, and Ukatake, who gains the title of Kamikaze or something like that. So that's where they are right now, in hell. But kind of lost focus. I want to talk about Uryu. Well, Uryu, his father was a pure blood, and his mother was a mixed blood. So he was the only one who survived the process. Now, I don't know in the Quincy's title if there are different ranks and different abilities. They never really. Bleach was a show about Soul Reapers. Main focus, they didn't really focus on the Quincy aspects and the history, but it is known that Jurabach was born 1,200 years ago, before the current storyline, and so the Quincy's were probably were alive a lot longer than him, and it's still a mystery as to how he was the son of the Soul King, if the Soul King was that desecrated body, because in the manga they never showed what happened. They show him get chopped up and that's it. So it's quite possible in the Quincy's could be like priests who have spiritual powers who could purify evil spirits, help them move on, like in Japanese culture I believe it's called an omiyoji, or that priestess, monks, things like that. So I'm pretty sure in the ranking of Quincy's, he had. It's not about a title of how he was the child of the Soul King, of a Soul King, but more like in the Quincy ranking, he was at the same rank as him, so he didn't lose his power. But it makes me wonder, Ichigo, at the same time this happened, Ichigo did not lose his Quincy powers, because if his mother lost the powers, and Kaine and all the others lost it, Uryu survived and kept his Quincy powers, but it was revealed that Ichigo also had Quincy powers, because there was that moment where Jurabach took that power along with the Hollow White. So it kind of shows that Ichigo also survived the process, because I think by being some sort of a rank in a spiritual rank of a title, like there's a spiritual healer, defender, different types, he was at the same rank as Uryu and Jurabach, and that gave him a protection, like he was unable to take the power, because Ichigo's own had like a barrier around him protecting him from this. It's quite possible his own sisters lost their Quincy ability on that day, just like their mother, because the youngest of the sisters are twins, but the Yuzu, the orange-haired sister, she has no spiritual ability. She can't see spirits. She never, as far as I'm aware, she never shown the ability to see spirits. So, yeah. So it looks like she cannot see spirits at all. So that's how. So kind of most likely his Ichigo's sisters lost their powers, but Uryu and Ichigo both kept their Soul Reaper powers, and that. So yeah. Well, that's it for this episode of the not Boruto, Bleach opinion in episode number 3, I believe it is. Yeah. And so next I'll be talking about the Hollow White and how exactly it's similar and dissimilar to the confusion of Ichigo's inner hollow and the mysteries of the hollow and Zanpakuto spirit. It's like two sides of the different coin, two different energies. So thankful for listening in, and if you want to listen more, please like and subscribe or send a message, let me know what you think or if I made any mistakes. So yeah.